Hey guys, Cut Light Smoke coming back at you, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 cigars of IPCPR 2017. Now the trade show has come and passed. It's been a few months now. It ended in July, and now as I record this it's October 1st. But I do like to give it a little bit of time after the trade show to kind of try out as many cigars as I possibly can. Now that's not to say I've tried every single new release that hit the market this year. That would be pretty much damn near impossible, but I've tried quite a few and I've gotten to try a lot of the new stuff from the trade show, so really excited about everything that's coming out this year. There's a lot of really good smokes, and so I'm excited to share this list for you guys, and I'm fairly confident that this is going to be a solid list and that many of you, especially those that went to the trade show, are going to agree with me. So anyways, without further ado, we'll get to the list. And number 10 coming in, the big dog, Drew Estate. Drew Estate, the Undercrown Sun Grown, is going to be my number 10 of the top 10 cigars of IPCPR 2017. Now this cigar, this was one of the first ones I had on day 4 of the trade show, so I got to smoke it with a fresh palate, which was nice. Very, very good smoke, nice and refined flavors. You know, it's not too strong on the body or the strength, but you do have a lot of flavor in there, and it's just nice and smooth. It's something anybody could smoke, and I definitely recommend trying it out. If I remember right, I think the price on that is around $10, give or take, so not too bad on the price either. Number 9 is going to be the La Flor Dominicana La Volcada. Now this one I've actually done a review of, so I'll definitely put the link in the description here for that one. Side note, I will do reviews for all of these cigars here at some point in the near future. But the La Volcada, I did review that one. Very good smoke, a lot of body, a lot of flavor to it. I think it's a great follow-up to the Andalusian Bull because I did not like that cigar. But on this note, I really like this one. So I think LFD redeemed themselves for anybody out there who wasn't too big of a fan of the Bull. So anyways, that's number 9. Number 8 is going to be the Cornelius and Anthony Señora Sugars. Now, a funny little story behind that. I was talking to Courtney Smith and Stephen Bailey at the trade show, and they were telling me that the name Señora Sugars came from actually the way that the rollers at the factory would say sugars, so they'd say it's sugars. So mildly off color, but kind of funny. I love the name myself, and then they have a really cool picture of, I believe it's Steven's dog on the box, so kind of kick to him. But it's a nice full flavored, full bodied smoke. It's got a lot behind it, and I've just loved everything that Cornelius and Anthony has put out, so I definitely recommend trying that one out. Number 7 is going to be the Cubaraqueño Protocol Famous. Now this one, you won't see many Connecticut's on top lists for me, but this year was kind of weird. There's more than one. Without ruining the rest of the list, I'll let you know there's at least one more on there. But for number 7, you know, this Themis, I tried this one out at the show too. Love everything that Bill Ives and Juan Cancel are doing. Every single Protocol cigar I've tried has been excellent, and this Connecticut is no joke. It's definitely got tons of flavor, way more than most of the Connecticut's on the market. A lot of the times you're going to get these really bland, just one-dimensional, like, you know, cedar, a little bit of creaminess in them smokes. I hate that stuff. I mean, it's great for new cigar smokers or people that don't like a lot of body and tons of flavor. But when I want to smoke a Connecticut, which typically if I do one, it'll be just on an off chance on a morning if I'm on vacation. I don't really smoke a whole lot of Connecticut's, but regardless, this Themis has a ton of flavor to it, and it's got enough body that it's got something there for me. So definitely recommend trying it. If you smoke it, you'll know what I'm talking about, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Number 6 is going to be the Warped Black Honey. Now this one is a little bit of a throwback to an older release, but I'm going to include it on here because it came back this year at the trade show. I believe it was 2012 these originally came out, if I'm mistaken, or not. I don't know. I might be right. Anyways, it was a few years back they released the Black Honey originally. Super popular, great cigar, and then they only limited them to so many cigars, and then they were gone. But this year they brought out the Black Honey again. So this is supposedly the last time it's going to run, but who knows, maybe it'll come back. But for this year, 2017, it's a contender for this list, and it was on display at the trade show. So La Colmena was the original blend, right? So now this one's Warped Black Honey. It's the La Colmena blend with a darker wrapper on it. Off the top of my head, I can't even remember what the wrapper is, so forgive me there. But it's a very delicious stick. I really like the blend. I think it just takes La Colmena that much further, makes it that much better of a cigar. So if you can find any still around, you guys definitely should get some. They're a little bit expensive, but they're definitely worth the money as maybe a little bit of a celebration stick, or if you just have deep pockets, who cares? Buy them all. Number 5, I'm going to call it now. I think this is going to be the number one under the radar stick for the year. This is the cigar that not that many people are raving about or have heard about. I mean, in some cigar groups I have heard some good buzz about it, but those are some core cigar smokers, some really dedicated people that kind of know every single brand and everything that's going on in the industry. But this next one is going to be the Emilio LJZ. Now this one is a nod to the company's founder, basically. He founded the distributor company and then also Emilio Cigars. So this was for Luis J. Zucca, I believe is his name. Anyways, it is a phenomenal cigar. Tons of balance, tons of flavor. Not the prettiest bands. It's not going to sell based on looks alone, which is not how you should buy cigars, but that's often how this industry works. But this is one of those that you might think it doesn't look that great, but you definitely need to try it. And it's only around $9 or $10 if I remember right. So you guys definitely need to check that one out. The Emilio LJZ is a great smoke. Number 4 is the Espinosa Murcielago. Now the Murcielago has been out for a little while now, but they've rebranded it and reblended it multiple times. This is the newest version, and from what I've heard, they're actually going to tell all retailers to send back the old Murcielagos once these ones hit the shelves. The new blend is absolutely killer. It's one of the best cigars I smoked this year, and you guys have to try it. It's just a full-bodied, full-flavored, just awesome, awesome cigar. So complex, so much depth to it, and once you smoke it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This thing is just fire. You have to try it. It's one of the best of the year. So number 3 is going to be the Foundation Wise Man Maduro. This is the follow-up to El Buense, which means the wise man. So this is kind of a yin and a yang. This one's actually called the Wise Man instead of El Buense. And it's a Maduro version of the cigar. So it's got tons more flavor to it, I think. I actually like this a lot better than the original El Buense, even though that was a blend that I thought was stellar. This one just takes it that much further, and it's just got that much more flavor to it. Really, really good cigar, great blend, great construction, just absolutely perfect smoke output. This one I think is going to hit, mark my words, this one will be on many top 25 lists of this year. Number 2 is the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Todos Los Dias. This was hands down the strongest cigar of IPCPR 2017, at least of everything that I smoked. And that's not a bad thing. I love strong personally. Some people don't. But this thing, it's not just strength. It's got tons of flavor to it. You smoke this thing and it does have a little bit up front. It's got a little bit of kick to it in the beginning, but then as you smoke it, it just keeps building and building and building. And by the time you get to the end, I guarantee you there's going to be some cigar smokers who will just bow out. It's just too strong for them. But for me, it was just an absolute dessert stick. It was so good. Tons of bold, dark flavors to it, and something I highly recommend. Steve Saka has just hit it out of the park with everything he's released since he started his company. And this is just another example of how good of a blender he really is. So definitely check out Todos Los Dias. That's my number 2 of 2017 for IPCPR. Number 1 cigar of IPCPR 2017. It's going to the Foundation Highclere Castle. This one might throw you guys off with me. You guys, if you follow me, you kind of know my flavor profiles I like. You guys know I'm a more full-bodied guy, not necessarily a Connecticut guy, really. Like I was even saying earlier in this video, it's not really my jam, but with this one, it's a whole new ball game. It's probably one of the best Connecticut's I've ever had, if not the. It's got so much body to it that even a guy who likes full-bodied cigars like myself can really enjoy this thing. Tons of great flavor that just blends and melts together very, very well. And it's got some really cool history behind it too. I'm not going to go into all of that, but it's probably the coolest cigar story I've ever heard. So you guys should definitely check out the link. I'll put it in the description to my IPCPR coverage if you haven't seen it, when we did an interview with Nick Melillo. And he was really, really cool. Gave us all this super big background story on this cigar and how it kind of came to be. It's awesome. But aside from that, the cigar itself is phenomenal. Perfect construction, just absolutely great flavor. And it's coming from a company that I think is going to be one of the big contenders here. If not, they kind of already are. Everybody knows Foundation. If you're a real cigar smoker, you know Foundation. You know, the Tabernacle was just mind-blowing. Wise Man Maduro this year is on this list. He's actually the only company that's got 2 on here, which is really awesome. But everything that Nick's come out with has been just stellar, and I would seriously urge you guys, if you haven't tried his stuff, to try it all. And when Highclere Castle comes out, definitely get a box. I know I'll be getting at least one. So anyways, there's my top 10 cigars of IPCPR 2017. Let me know what you guys think, if you've tried any of the new stuff, if you were at the show, if you're a retailer, whoever you are, even if you're a manufacturer and you think, Noah, why the hell didn't I make that list? If you had a cigar that I didn't get to try and it was better than all this stuff, let me know. But I want to hear you guys' feedback, if you agree with me, if you don't. Really love talking to every one of you, and I thank you guys all for following. And if you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe, check out irobusto.com, and until next time, you guys keep it smoky, and I'll catch you later. See ya.